Hello everyone, welcome to provide a solution given this square root problem, which is the square root of 1 plus the square root of x plus the square root of 6 minus 5. This is equal to the square root of 2 plus square root of x. Now solution, we have the square root of 1 plus square root of x plus square root of 6x minus 5. This is actually equal to square root of 2 plus square root of x. So the first thing to do here, we square both sides, okay? We square both sides. We square both sides so that now we'll have 1 plus square root of, this is x plus square root of, this is 6x minus 5, okay? This is equal to 2 plus square root of x, okay? Simplified here. Next phase here, we take 1 on the right hand side so that we'll have square root of x plus square root of 6x subtract 5. Okay, this is equal to 2 plus square root of x subtract 1. Okay, so that now we'll have square root of x plus square root of 6x subtract 5. This is equal to 1 plus square root of x. Okay, now the next phase here, we have to square both sides. Okay, squaring both sides here, we eliminate the first square root sign so that we'll have x plus, now this is square root of 6x subtract 5. This is equal to 1 plus square root of x raised to power 2. Okay, so 1 plus square root of x raised to power 2, this is in the form of a plus b squared, which you can express as a to power 2 plus b squared plus 2 multiplied by ab. So let's apply this property so that we have x plus square root of 6x minus 5. This is equal to 1 plus square root of x raised to power 2. Now we are saying that 1 plus square root of x to power 2, this is in the form of a plus b squared, which you can express as a squared plus b squared plus 2 times ab. Now applying this property, we have x plus square root of 6x subtract 5. This is equal to, now we'll have 1, this is 1 squared, plus this is square root of x raised to power 2 plus 2 multiplied by 1 times square root of x, which is square root of x. Okay, so this is x plus square root of 6x subtract 5. This is equal to 1 plus, now square root of x squared, this is the same thing as x, okay, plus 2 square root of x. Okay, so this x and this x simplifies so that now we'll have square root of 6x subtract 5, which is equal to 1 plus 2 square root of x. Okay, now from what we have here, again we square both sides. Okay, we square both sides. So if you square both sides here, we will have 6x subtract 5. Okay, so this is equal to, now we have 1 plus 2 square root of x squared, which is actually in the form of a plus b squared. Now we'll have 1 squared plus, we'll have 2 times 2 square root of x, okay, plus 2 square root of x, this one raised to power 2. Now from what we have here, this is 6x subtract 5. This is equal to 1 plus 4 square root of x plus, now this is 2 squared, which is actually equal to 4, and square root of x squared, this is actually x. Okay, so here we have 6x subtract 5. This is equal to, now we have 1 plus, this is 4 square root of x plus 4x. Okay, so let's correct right terms together. So we'll have, this is 6x subtract 4x. This is equal to, now we have 1 plus 4 square root of x plus 5. Okay, so we take negative 5 on the right hand side, so it's plus 5. Okay, so we'll have 6x subtract 4x. This is equal to 1 plus 5. This is 6 plus 4 square root of x. So 6x minus 4x, this is 2x, which is equal to, now 6 plus 4 square root of x, we can express this as 2. Now we factor out 2 is common, so 3 plus 2 square root of x. Okay, so let's divide both signs actually by 2. Okay, so that x is equal to, let's divide both signs by 2. Okay, so that now x is equal to, this is 3 plus 2 square root of x. Okay, of which you can express this again as, we can express this as 2 square root of x. This is the same thing as x subtract 3. Okay, so we have 2 square root of x. This is equal to x minus 3. So let's square both signs. Okay, so let's square both signs, so that here, this is 2 squared, which is actually 4. Okay, then square root of x squared, this is x. So you have 4x. This is equal to, now x minus 3 to power 2. This is actually in the form of a minus b, okay, squared, which you can express as a squared, okay, subtract 2ab plus b squared. So applying this algebraic identity, we'll have 4x. This is equal to x squared subtract 6x plus 9. Okay, so now rearranging this equation, we'll have x squared subtract 6x. Okay, we take this 4x on the right hand side, so minus 4x plus 9. This is equal to 0. All right, so we form a quadratic equation. We have x to power 2 subtract 10x plus 9. This is equal to 0. Okay, so this is a quadratic equation. This is a quadratic equation with a equal to 1, b equal to negative 10, and c equal to 9. Okay, so we can apply the factor rule, so that we'll have x to power 2 subtract, identify two numbers. If you multiply them, we'll have 9. Okay, subtract, will have negative 10. So if we have, definitely if you have negative 9 and negative 1, if you say negative 9 times negative 1, this is the same thing as 9. And if you say negative 9 plus negative 1, we'll have, this is the same thing as x squared minus 9x minus x plus 9. This is equal to 0. Okay, so using these two factors, we have x squared minus 9x. Okay, so x is common, we factor out x, so we'll have x subtract 9 subtract 1. Okay, this is the same thing as x minus 9. This is equal to 0. Now here we'll have x minus 1, x subtract 9. This is equal to 0. And that means that we have two values of x. We have x minus 1. This is equal to 0. And that means that x1 is equal to 1. And we have x subtract 9. This is equal to 0. And that means that x2 is equal to 9. So we have two values of x. One is x1 is equal to 1, x2 is equal to 9. So let's verify that these values of x actually satisfies the equation as follows. Therefore, we have x1 is equal to 1, x2 is equal to 9. So let's verify if x1 and x2 actually satisfies the equation. Okay, so if you recall, we end that 2 square root of x, this is basically equal to x subtract 3. So now substituting the value of x1, which is 1, we'll have 2 square root of 1, this is equal to 1 subtract 3. Okay, so this is basically 2 times square root of 1 is 1, so this is 2. This is equal to 1 minus 3, which is negative 2. So that means that 2 is not equal to negative 2. Therefore, that means that x1, which is equal to 1, actually, this is not a solution. This is not one of the solution. This is not a solution. Okay, this is not a solution. Let's check x2. x2 is equal to 9. So we have 2 square root of x. This is x subtract 3. Substituting 9, we'll have 2 square root of 9. This is equal to 9 subtract 3. And square root of 9 is 3. So 2 times 3, this is equal to 6. And this is equal to 6. So that means that x2, in this case, is the only solution to our algebra problem. So kindly follow the steps, like this video, and subscribe.